How you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome back to the Tim Black Show. We are here. It has been a fun ride. It's amazing what we can do when we all come together. We gotta put our voices out there. We make our presence known in the world. Stand on your truth. That's what we do every time here on the Tim Black Show. Glad you guys came back. I want to say what's up to my Tim Black Wolf Pack, my people on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Right now, we're streaming only on Twitter and only on X and YouTube. But I want to say what's up to my man Buck. How you doing, Buck? How's it going? All right. And what's up to the amazing Black Mamba? Mamba. Black Mamba. Man, you are a cipher Soraj. You know that? I take one day off and I feel like I took off a week. I don't even know what it's like to take months and months and months off and then come back and do amazing. I don't even know what that's like. Yo, so what's up, people? We are in the house, man. We got a lot to do tonight. But believe me, I'm here for it, man. I got to do some heavy lifting tonight. I got to do some curling of the bullshit. I got to do some bench pressing of the nonsense. Yeah, we got to do that. We got to deadlift some nonsense tonight, yo. It is crazy. Look, we got topics. We have topics, people. We have topics. There is, Buck. You are right, my brother. I is here. I am here, man. Oh, man, look, guys. First of all, if you're a Democratic voter, if you're a Democrat, I want to apologize ahead of time for the feelings of yours that I'm about to hurt. But it's important for you to listen to other sides of these issues so that you will understand what your argument is. Too many times, people don't even want to hear out the other side. I said too many times, people do not even want to hear out what the other argument is. They just are reacting based on what they've been told, how they think they're supposed to react, instead of letting it swirl around in their heads and decide for themselves. I also know that we are human beings and we all have a tendency to shortcut, thinking we know what's going to be next, and not pay attention to what is actually happening. So we make assumptions, myself included. But tonight is dope, man. We talk politics on this channel. If you're new to the channel, I am a Black political pundit. My content is from a Black perspective, but I am not a Democrat. I don't consider myself a progressive. There are people that are saying, Tim, I know you so well. We go back so far. We can't go back that far. You think you're still calling me progressive? I dropped that label about 5 years ago, fam. When them crackers ran me up out of that joint because I was fighting for reparations and Black shit. Where you been? I messed up. See, that's not how I wanted to start things. That's not how I wanted to start things. It's not. Jesus. All right, man. So let's bring it down. Let's bring the temperature down a bit here. Let's make sure I'm very clear. Because I'll admit, some people say, okay, let's be very... Let me take my time. Let me explain exactly what's happening. I have a number of stories I want to get to tonight. They range from politics to theory, arguments of what we should need to do going forward. And we also got some pop culture related stuff, but definitely important. I want to talk about 50 Cent and his shenanigans. I think that's very important. This thing with Andrew Shows, I want to get to that. I also want to address a list of fake news items that have been submitted by corporate media over the last few years. We want to go through that list because it's important to educate people. We also want to talk about, gosh, yeah, that's a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff. So I got a number of clips loaded up. And but I got to get to my first thing, okay? My first thing that I want to address, and that's going to be the Three Stooges. Yeah, I decided to call them the Three Stooges. Because you're right. Mondale Robinson. I'm gonna write it down here, man. Mondale, man, I'm getting old, man. Like, I didn't mean to call you Walter. Why you would think I would call you Walter Mondale on purpose, dog? I was ranting. I didn't write none of that shit down. There's no teleprompters. I didn't take notes and be like, I'm gonna say this and say, so now I wrote your name down, Mr. Mondale, Mayor Robinson. Okay? I don't even know you, brother. I got nothing against you personally. I don't. I disagree with you politically. I disagree with Ben Dixon politically and as a human being and as a man. I disagree with him on a number of things. But I got receipts for all that shit. Okay? And it's unfortunate things have to get personal. I don't mean for them to get personal. Really, I don't. But I will bring receipts to bear because this is important. Let's start off by this. Let's address the video that I put out a few days ago. It's really, I didn't even put you guys' name in the title. It's about TYT and TYT, the claims of TYT are now going to the right. Okay, guys, anybody seen this? I know there's some people, because see, my audience has changed so drastically. A lot of my people are not up on progressive type politics like fighting and debates and stuff. We have a different demographic, but I want people to understand. Remember TYT, they've been around for about 20 years. They considered themselves the home of the progressives. It's a flagship program. TYT, they have numerous other shows underneath their umbrella. They're a major corporation or a mid-sized corporation. They make millions of dollars. They've been funded to the tune of millions of dollars. They've gotten billions of views. Their lead anchor or maybe co-founder, I think, is Cenk Uygur. Anna Kasparyan is also maybe a president. She's been elevated. She's not only an anchor but a president or some stature. She has some decision making. Okay, so out the way. That's what my video title was about. People saying TYT had moved to the right, and people were complaining about that. And one of those people was Mondale Robinson. All of us did it again. I had to look down. It's sort of like with Kamala Harris. I didn't mean to call it Kamala. It's just a slip, bro. Calm down, big dog. We know you the man. Calm down. Okay. So look, guys. The point of my video, and I did not do a good job explaining this, I do not like TYT. I never worked for TYT. I've been on TYT once or twice. I think both times. One time was with Jordan Sheridan, maybe back in the day. One time was when Jimmy Dore worked for him. 3 times. I was on the Jimmy Dore show. I was on Rebel HQ with Jordan Sheridan, and I was on Nina Turner's show. Okay? So I've been on that platform, but I've been around forever. I've been around since 2012. It is now almost 2025. That's 13 years, man. And I haven't been there for over 5 years. Okay? I've never had a channel or a program or a repeat occurrence. I was never paid. I just came on as those private guests for those shows on a particular segment, never more than 6 minutes or 5-10 minutes or something. Okay? Are we clear? My initial critique of the video about TYT moving to the right was, let me be clear. Where y'all been? You just found out Cenk was phony? That's my critique. You just found out? Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. This is new? Okay. So my initial complaint or critique is that this is bullshit for us to be acting like we're surprised that people that are for profit are trying to for profit by moving towards shitting all over shitting on the Democrats. They used to shit on the Trump. They shitted on Trump for years, nonstop, like Machine Gun Kelly, like rapid fire, dumping on Trump. Every other video, they did a series of videos. I brought this up about losing Trump. They were hard on Trump. They blamed everything wrong with America on Trump. Trump was what was wrong. If it wasn't for Trump, everything in America would be great. Black people would no longer be at the bottom of everything, and there'd be peace on earth. And everyone would have health care, a job, guaranteed job, the environment would clean up, everything would be straight if we just got rid of that damn Trump. Okay, so that was my first critique. I'll be clear. That was my initial, my point blank thing in the beginning that I wanted to say. Now, where you guys, where it came in, where I'm going at the Three Stooges. And I'm calling y'all the Three Stooges because I'm being funny. I'm funny. My goal is to entertain as well as inform. That's my goal, okay? And I think I do a decent job sometimes. I am humble. I don't have to seek to not be arrogant. I'm not arrogant. But I know my ability. Here's the thing, guys. I'm not pocket watching what you guys do. I just looked at this as a play for money. So here was my point. When I said, wow, I saw a video that was at 350,000 views from Ben Dixon, I was shocked. I was literally shocked, fam. That's what I meant. I said in the video, I'm not saying people can't get money. I've had videos that went berserk. I had videos that did 2 million. I've had content that did 2, 3 million. And I don't get, look, so that's not what I meant. I'm not like, oh, you got views, so I'm gonna come shit on you. No, it was me doing commentary on the topic. Fam, for real talk. On my daughter, I love you, baby. On my dad, oh, I love you, Dad. I probably shouldn't have done it. Ben Dixon, I forgot you even did content. I'm gonna be serious, man. I didn't even know you out here doing content, bro. I'm so fucking busy. I don't pay attention to what you do. Ben Dixon, I didn't even know you, Pastor Dixon. I don't know what you doing, bro. I don't watch your content. Ben, this is what y'all gotta understand. Three Stooges, Marcus Farrell, who I talked to today, hope we cleared the air a little bit. I'm still gonna come for y'all. Walter, see, I almost did it. Mondale Robinson, it's stuck in my head, bro. I'm sorry, man. Mr. Robinson, Mayor, I'm just gonna call you Mayor. Like I called Kamala VP. Okay, get out. Taking it personal. You about to bust a blood vessel. Believe me, that was all you're gonna bust too. Believe that shit. Here's my point. Oh, and Ben Dixon. I don't pay attention to what you do, Ben. You're not even in my algorithm, son. We not competing. Ben, we don't. There may be slight spillage of 5% of my audience that may watch you. Dog, when I do my analytics, you don't even show up as a channel people that watch me watch. We have a tool bucket, a list of people that watch us that also produce content. Folks, if you don't know this, when you go on to YouTube, one thing that you have with Google is a trailer load of analytics. And you get to see what your people watch. Not what the world's watching, not whatever's been uploaded in the planet. Everyone's timeline only shows you a very small percentage, less than 1% of what's uploaded to YouTube. We all know that, right? We all know there are people that I've been on this thing 13, 14 years. There are people every day that says, I didn't even know you existed. I didn't know you existed. I had interviewed Donna Bazile, Andrew Yang, Ro Khanna, Coy Bush, I've been on the Bernie Sanders podcast. I've been on Alex Jones' show. I interviewed with Jesse Lee Peterson, believe it or not. I've had a beef and did a beef with Tommy Lauren where I went at her neck. Okay, all these people, all these Kalinske, TYT, Jimmy Dore, and there's still people that say, I don't even know you exist, bro. At one time, I was the biggest black progressive commentator in America. And you don't know who I was. I'm no longer that, by choice. Once I realized my politics, my move to become more radically involved, in 2020, when I lost my dad and I decided to go all in on everything that matters about black people, I left all that behind and I began the very slow process of rebuilding my brand, my reputation, and aligning my focus with black issues first. Be one. Everyone who watches my channel should know that. So when I say Ben Dixon, Marcus Furrow, and Mayor, that we are not in competition, I mean that shit. We are not in competition, man. There's nothing similar about our deliveries. Only thing similar about us is that we are black people. That's it. There was nothing that we're males. We're black men. That is it. Our ideologies are different. Particularly, I may be more aligned with Marcus Farrell than but the other two. Y'all Democrats, dog. My people don't fuck with Democrats. I'm not trying to get, I do not want, you didn't watch my video. I said very clearly, guys, I do not want an audience of Democrats. It would be nothing but a headache. This is where you come when you finally realize that the Democrats ain't gonna do shit for you. See, there's an ecosystem, right? If you were formerly a progressive and you finally get tired of banging nails into cement walls with your forehead, trying to make believe that you're gonna get the Democratic Party to put policy forth that help black people, you end up here. Okay? You got people that still believe. I don't think you believe, though. I think I'm gonna say this. I think you know Marcus, not including Marcus is more aligned with me. He is more tired of the Democratic Party. He don't even consider himself a Democrat. He's an independent. Mayor is a Democratic mayor. Come on, dog. And Ben has been kissing Democrat Party ass ever since I know him. And I have receipts for all of this. This is just the narrative in the beginning to clear it up. I didn't put out a video to hate on you. I don't hate you. If you destroy TYT and take it and get all of their viewers, which you will not, you are black. Hello? It'll never fucking happen. You may get Ken Klippenstein to retweet you and other various white people with huge followings to share your content. But once you start, if you ever decide to assume a platform like mine, where you put B first, black first, where you focus on black people's needs first, they'll drop you like a high kick. They will drop kick you. You will be done. That's what I mean. Are we clear? Recap. I don't have beef with y'all. I don't watch you. I didn't know you were doing shit. I was shocked when I saw this video. The first thing I thought was, who did Ben Dixon blow to get 350,000 views? Because he's a boring motherfucker. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The first thing I thought when I saw that you had 350,000 views, Ben, what white man helped you get that? I guess I should not have mentioned it if I wasn't going to say it all the way out. Because you started inferring all types of gross shit, well, all types of nefarious intentions. I was just shocked that anyone watches you, Ben. You are not. You are broke man's Eddie Glide with a lot less interest, lot less rhetorical ability. You've been Ben Dixon. You've been handed shows and opportunities and help from all types of entities with power and pull. You never built anything really on your own, and you still fuck it up because it's you. And I hope you listen to this. You should not be doing content. Okay? That's my opinion, bro. So be clear. That's not hate. That's my opinion. So when I saw you did a video that went very viral, I knew you had help. And I bet if I took time, sort of like with you in the Bloomberg video that did very well, I know them boys gave you that story. I know Clipperstein and them dudes hit you. They came to me first. Then they went to you. They felt it would be better to bring down Bloomberg for his racist comments about stop and frisk if they used a black man. I'm way too risky. So they chose the safe Negro, you. That's part of the reason why I don't F with you. There are other reasons, we'll get to them. Okay, I don't want this show to be that long, but I want to make sure I'm clear, because I guess I was unclear, and I'm going to wear that. I'm going to own up to that and say I was unclear the first time. I don't have beef with Mr. Robinson. I disagree with Mayor. I think that the TYT is garbage. If you guys become the new TYT, I don't know if I'd be happy for you, right? Because look, here's the thing, guys. This is the problem. And this is something you said, Marcus, and I want to clear this up for you because I think it's a fundamental problem we have in our black politics. It's a problem within America's politics because we're so focused on race, and for good reason, based on our history in this country. But we're overly indexing on race to the point where we're losing perception. Here's the thing. I care more about the substance of the content than I care about the color of the person making the content. You being black does not mean you have a politics that helps black people. If that was the case, I would have been a Kamala Harris halfway supporter. You guys said some things like I was hating on y'all because y'all black and we competition like crabs in the barrel. Those people in the comment section, they don't know me, that's fine. They can think whatever they want. But I want you three to know, I don't hate on black people. I love black people. I love them so much, I want them out of the burning building, which is called the Democrats. You, Mr. Robinson's job, cut your teeth making money, bringing people into the Democratic Party. We totally are unaligned when it comes to politics. Ben Dixon can't find enough soapboxes to dance on for Democrats and claims this moral high ground for Democrats. Horrible genocide causing horrific benign neglect policies, shitty policies. Kente cloth and kneeling and George Floyd is a thing, deflecting from actual policy that helps black people. I am less concerned that you are black and want to do whatever with TYT, and if you're successful, then I'm concerned about anybody putting out a message that helps black people. That's my focus. Whether you black, white, Asian, Native American, Latino, gay, straight, trans, whatever you are, that's more important to me. That's when you got me totally mixed up. Okay, fine. Now, Marcus Farrell, we've talked maybe 5, 6 times, 10 times over the course of 12 years. But okay, let's say me and you are great friends. You didn't call me when my daughter died, when my dad died, you didn't even know. Did you know? Maybe you did text me, DM me. Maybe did you? I don't even remember, dude. We ain't that tight. I will recall these things. Look, man. Look, dog. I don't have nothing against you, Marcus. Nothing. I just think that you are a political operative. Maybe your politics has changed. Okay, this is about politics. It's not about you as a human being, as a man. Do you love your children? Are you a responsible citizen? Do you walk your doggy? Do you pick up after him after he takes a dump on your neighbor's property? We hate that, by the way. Yeah, like we don't know, like it's not about any of that. This is strictly politics. This is strictly commentate. I'm a commentator responding to stories. I did a video today about Stephen A. Smith. I don't know Stephen A. Smith, and I don't know he could be a great guy. He may at one time loan some brothers lots of money. I don't know. But what I'm saying is the stuff that's coming out of his mouth politically is a bunch of flip-flopping nonsense. And I called him out on that. That's all I did. Okay. Marcus Farrell says, Tim Black, don't lump me with political thirst traps opinions. We all have different opinions. We're all men. We have different ways of looking at things. My bad, Marcus. I apologize. I put out a tweet and said, okay, if that's the case, you're saying you're not a Kamala supporter. You said, hey, look, Tim, I'm not a Kamala supporter. You need to look at my Twitter timeline. Okay, now I got to look at your Twitter timelines. Dog, when you were on my show 2 years ago, what'd you say about Kamala Harris? Lucky for me, I have the video. The reason why I brought it up, brother, was not to put him on the hot seat, but more to talk about a question that Charlamagne asked him. He asked him how you thought Kamala and Joe Biden were doing so far, and Bakari gave him a score. He said, B-. I said, damn, that's high. B- because they both went on to say that there was a lot of promises made to the black community and that the Biden administration up to this point hasn't fulfilled those promises. I'm like, then how the hell you get somebody a B- if they ain't turning in work assignments? Like if you ain't turning all your assignments, the best you can do is a D. And that's kind of being charitable. Like that's kind of nice. So, I mean,
what's your grade?
That's where I'm at. Where are you on Biden and Harris with that question of what kind of grade would you give them at this point?
Okay, y'all people gonna hate this.
Now remember this, guys. Remember, I asked Marcus Farrell that question because Charlamagne asked Bakari Sellers that question. That's the setup. It's not me trying to destroy guests, which is why I don't like bringing friends on my shows anymore. Because from now on, I won't be nice to friends. I will pick you apart even if you are a friend. That's the deal. That's what I got to do. But I did not bring Farrell on here to trip him up. Here goes his response.
Okay, y'all people gonna hate this, especially y'all super progressive folks. I give Joe Biden a D. I give Kamala Harris a B+.
He gave Kamala Harris a B+. When I said, Marcus Farrell, that you are a Kamala supporter, that you three guys, the three Stooges are Kamala supporters, and they talking shit about me on their live stream, it's going to be nasty work, but I'll deal with it on my next live stream. That's why I said it. I don't know what you put in your timeline while she was running, bro. Maybe you said, I'm sure I take you at your word, bro, but in 2022, you were giving her a B+, and you explained yourself.
I give Senator Harris a B+.
Wow.
Yep, I will. And let me tell you why. Because y'all forget America, man. This is a black woman working for a white man. Still.
You use the black card. She don't have no power. What can we expect from her? She is just a black woman working for a white guy. What can she do? The same old time shit that people say about Democrats all the time. If it's not that, it's going to be, well, they don't have Senate. Or they don't have the House. Or they got Joe Manchin. Or Kirsten Sinema. Or the wind blew. Or a dog peed on a tree. Or a squirrel couldn't find a nut. It will always be something. I gave you a pass on that show. Because to me, she got a D right along with Joe. Because she had a platform where she could have been building up for Black Americans all this time. Vice presidents have rank. They have name recognition. They have the power of the White House that they can use as a backdrop to hold press conferences. Why wasn't she doing podcasts? Why didn't she do a weekly show? Bernie, as a senator, had a show he did with Tom Hartman every other week or some shit. Lunch with Bernie, where he talked about important shit. Why Kamala wasn't doing that for Black folks while she was vice president? I got a book. Anybody go check it out. It's free. It's called presidentialimpact.com. It's what presidents can do when they don't even have the House of Congress. This is something that I've taken time to study and to be very well versed in, which is a lot of presidents, for instance, have used other mechanisms to get things done for their constituents when they have the priority, when they have decided this is what I want to do. There are many levers that a president can use. Now, I know she's a vice president. Some of those levers still remain. Name recognition, public shaming, ability to use the media, the bully pulpit. These things are what she had at her disposal. So that's why, Marcus Farrell, I said you were a Kamala supporter, because you're hanging out with two Kamala supporters. Y'all do a show together, and you said she got a B+. You didn't even say B minus, dog. And there's nothing about Kamala Harris where she deserves a B. I don't even know how that letter got in there. Okay. My issues with Ben Dixon, they extend so far. Not only are the white progressives been using him as a safe Negro, and he's been very accepting of that. I mean, what Black man works with David Pakman? What Black man goes from Dr. Boyce Watkins carrying his lunch to working with David Pakman? Huh? Can I rest my case? Can we be done here? Okay. When we were in South Carolina, because you brought up, when I'm with Tim in person, everything's been fine. It's sort of like you were implying that I'm doing this for show. Like I disagree with y'all publicly for show, for clicks and views. Dog, I don't want your followers. I don't want your audience. I'm on Black shit. I'm worried about Black issues. Anybody who tolerates your nonsense about the Democrats is not focused on Black people. They can't be. Because those things do not align at all. You may be Black men, but your priorities, Black people take a second seat to the priorities of the party. You push the priorities of the party before Black people's issues. That's what you have to do to maintain a status within the Democratic Party. And not only as a voter, but as a commentator, as an influencer, as somebody like you, Ben, who's been chasing the career ladder, hoping to get more and hoping to expand your career all these years. Ben, you remember when we were in South Carolina, we did a live stream. On that live stream, a person in the audience, we were there because we were covering Bernie Sanders in the South Carolina primary. When they all dropped out and shitted on Bernie, when Clyburn gave that shit to Bernie, remember that? Yeah, Ben, I still got that tape. Ben supporters, if any are watching. Ben Dixon defended Jim Clyburn. I didn't bring it up. I was nice, Tim, then. It was brought up by a viewer on the live stream who started shitting on Clyburn, and you jumped in to defend James, hands look like cups, taking pharmaceutical money. Jim Clyburn, destroyer of progressive, anything that you say you care about. You defended this dude. Don't believe me? Because Tim will say anything for views. Run the tape.
I don't know what the fuck.
Trump doing to Alex Jones.
Clyburn sold out the youth of America. I don't think he sold out the youth of America. I think he did what he felt was best for America.
I think Clyburn like pharmaceutical money. He just takes more pharmaceutical money than any
I
other
had a
person
chance to meet him. I met him today. Had a chance to speak.
See how Ben tried to talk over my point about Clyburn and the pharmaceutical money? That was intentional, not an accident. Let me replay this for you. See, Ben does stuff like this, and he thinks no one notices. He's like the roach that's crawling. When you cut on the lights and it freezes like it's invisible. Don't you know I can see you? That's you, Ben Dixon. I think Clyburn like pharmaceutical money. He just takes more pharmaceutical money than any other person.
I had a chance to meet him. I met him today. Had a chance to speak with him, and I really believe he believes what he said. He's just wrong. That's it. Like, there are people who really believe what they say.
No, these people are corrupt, Ben, and you are falling in line with them. They are corrupt. They use their positions in order to amass wealth. They mean no good for the black community. Any commentator that wants to wrap themselves in blackness and talk as if, it's nice you guys will curse and say things that have current slang and you are thirst trapping. But it seems very thirsty when you are trying to keep your foot in the door with the neoliberals, with the sellouts. Clyburn is the poster child for selling out black people. And you have this damaging clip of you defending this Negro. And you will say, you'll go on your live stream as if this shit don't exist. You were there when we recorded it. My friend of mine, my cousin, sitting in the back, listening to you. He ain't even on politics like that. He was like, what the fuck is wrong with your boy? Anyone who would defend Clyburn, Jim Clyburn? Yeah, so I've drawn certain conclusions about your political ideology, not based on thin air, not based on hate. I didn't even give you the business here, live.
They're just fucking wrong, and he's wrong. That's it.
I think $1 million worth of pharmaceutical money makes somebody change their opinion.
But I mean, that will do it too. But I also think I don't think he changed his mind because of the pharmaceutical money. I think he believes in the same thing South Carolina believes in. South Carolina believes in traditional Democratic establishment politics.
And why do they believe in traditional Democratic politics? Because it's not enough of us. It's not enough of radicalized. And when I say radical, it's just people not standing for the status quo. People that are revolutionary enough to push back against the Democratic Party, inform them, and lead them out of the burning house. You're not going to do it. You're going to instead do everything you can to pick up a bag within the burning house. And you'll be good, and they won't be. It is the epitome of being a sellout, Ben Dixon. When you say, hey, I know this guy's full of shit, but everybody in South Carolina is full of shit. So what's he going to do? He's supposed to educate them and lead them. That's what leaders are supposed to do. He's the oldest, longest standing representative, black representative living in the House. He's the minority whip, but he's the guy. And you excused him. And then what'd you do with your clip? We do a live stream simultaneously, not just on my channel. What'd you do with your clip, Ben? You took your clip down and hid that motherfucker. That's what you did, Ben. Now, that ain't the only thing. Remember back in 2017 when we said we're going to go on each other's channels, we helping each other grow? I put you on my channel, and it took you 5 years to bring me on yours? You kept coming up with excuses. Why? What was the excuse, Ben? Am I a bad guest? Am I boring when I speak? with your audience, not know who I am, and be like, who's this black dude? I believe you didn't bring me on your show, though I fulfilled my obligation. It took 5 years for you to fulfill yours because you didn't want me to say anything that was damaging to those people that help you survive. No one's been helping me survive, Ben Dixon. Not David Packman, not the Ring of Fire, not TYT, not Klippenstein, Substack. None of them have helped me survive. I've been surviving, and I can say the last 4 years, off of a considerable black fan base. And those people detest the Democratic Party. They understand that in its current form, it will not do the bidding, the support, or the upliftment of black community. They've accepted that. They wish it was another way. It's not another way. We need to demolish that shit. We have an opportunity to do so. I know you're not going to assist in that. That's my problem. You want to be TYT and you will continue their progressive gibberish. You will not move to the black. You will not move to common sense, where they're on shit that people care about, off this pronoun shit, and on the things that people care about, like food on the table, bread and butter issues. Stop letting the Democrats use our pain and suffering in order to help white women, because that's what they've been doing, while pitting us against conservatives, blaming us, blaming black people, using black people as the impetus for all this shit they do, but rewarding white women and immigrants while pitting conservatives against us, which keeps a perpetual cycle of violence, frustration, anger, hate, back and forth with help from the media. Is that making any sense to anybody? Anybody understand? That is a diabolical scheme being orchestrated, perpetuated by the Democratic Party. And Ben Dixon supports it. And Mayor Robinson supports it. Marcus, I'm going to give you a pass on that. I don't know what you support. We clear. We making sense, man? So this is a political thing. Before I end, there's a couple things. Let me go to my notes. There's a couple things I want to point out that I think are important. I don't know when you said it. I was just told that you went out to Tariq Nasheed and you went after the Black Authority. First of all, let me say, I've only had one interaction with Tariq. It was many years ago. It was right after I went on the Dr. Phil show. I called into his show, so I was a viewer of the Tariq Nasheed show. I asked Tariq, did I do the right thing when I did not go after that sister on the Dr. Phil show? That was it. That was he said some things. I don't know if he knew that I did not use Dr. Phil's platform to eviscerate that sister. I talked to some brothers when I was in Cali and said, hey, they sent me here to be a hatchet man. And I decided not to do it. That is the extent of my interaction with Tariq Nasheed. I've never interacted with the Black Authority. But I'll say this. Tariq Nasheed and the Black Authority, they both put black people first. They recognize that anything that we need as the black community will not be received through the Democratic Party in its current form. They recognize the only way we'll ever get anything out of the Democrats is through forcing them by bringing them to the brink of destruction, if not total destruction of their party. They recognize that, okay? Tariq and Black Authority realize the issues that matter to black people will not be addressed by the Democratic Party. After all this time, the Three Stooges still haven't figured that out? Come on. It's not about the color of the commentator. It's about if their political narratives empower the people or do they empower a shit political party? That's the question. So I don't know exactly what was said about Tariq Nasheed and what was said about Black Authority, but my audience is more aligned with those two gentlemen because those two brothers are, at least we agree that the Democrats ain't the answer. We may not agree on much, but we agree the Democratic Party is not the answer for what ails the black community. I would say it's not the answer for what ails America. I go that far too. My other point I want to make, well, 90% of media, and including cable news, talk shows, late night TV, and even print media, are amplifying a singular political party and its candidates. If you are determined to change that system, who should be your priority? Who should your primary critique be for? Once again, when 90% of media is amplifying a particular political party and its candidates, if your intention is to change this country, who should your critique primarily be for? I think that's a very basic question that has a very simple answer. It's very clear to me that those who choose to throw in with that political party, the Democrats, are seeking the incentives for doing so. I want to take you back to 2016. We're in Philadelphia. It is 99 degrees. It is during the DNC convention. We were covering it. A number of independent black, white, all types of folks were there for independent media covering it. Ben Dixon saw me there. I was popular. I spoke at a number of rallies there in 2016. You didn't, Ben. That's not the point, though. The point is, after a night of walking up and down and filming and all the disturbances that were going on, because a number of the protesters realized it was a protest outside of DNC, they realized that they were not allowing Bernie people, the voices, to be heard. They wouldn't even allow Nina Turner to speak. It was anger by the people. They were pissed. We were all sweating buckets and it was raining. It was so hot. It was humid. It was raining. It was hot. It was 2, 11, 12 at night. We're all walking with our stupid cell phones, taking video clips. We're outside of a hotel. We figure let's get something to drink before we make the trek back to the cars so we can go back to our hotel rooms. Ben Dixon, you said, hold on a second, guys. We going in this hotel? You said, hold on a second. And we all stood there. What'd you do, Ben? What'd you do, Ben? What'd you do? You took the time to go in your truck when it was 90-something degrees, hot, humid, sticky, nasty, 12 o'clock at night after walking with protesters. You took the time to go into your car, in the trunk of your car, to get out a blazer because you said media people may be inside. We all looked at you like you was a goddamn fool. Michael Salomon and I just shook our heads. I don't know what Michael was thinking, but I know what I was thinking. What a goofy. I was thinking, fuck those media people. They're all corporate media assholes. They play it safe. They're not here for the people. And you wanted to impress them. You wanted to fit in with them. You wanted to appear professional. That's you, Ben. Don't open your mouth to say this is about petty grievances. It's because you are that guy. And that's who you are, Pastor Ben. And it's not a good look. That's not a person that's going to fight tooth and nail for black people. That's not a person that's going to wallop this damn political party system to shake it to its core and shake out of it, grab it by its neck and shake out of it policies that benefit us by any means necessary. That's not that guy. You're not that guy. And honestly, one thing that's true about you, don't put yourself out to be that guy. But I also, so it's not a major problem that we differ politically. The problem is you're also the type of guy, I think, who shits on other people. You would literally tell another person, fuck Tim Black. I believe you're a person who went, unlike Marcus Farrell, I don't know Mayor Robinson, but I believe you're the type of person to say, well, you don't want Tim. He's a live wire. He's a loose cannon. If you're ever in a room with those white people and my name comes up. That's my impression. This is. You can deny it and say, no, I would support anybody who would do anything. No, you would steal anybody's ideas. You would copy anyone, Ben. You would applaud while you were taking notes to try to reproduce what they did. That's you. You don't think we see you? Maybe it's not accurate for me to call you guys the Three Stooges. Maybe it's not. We got one guy who's a mayor, and he was elected by the people. So that's different, right? We got another guy who says he's an independent. He's not even a Democrat. He's worked for other Democrats. He said he didn't support Kamala Harris, but he thought she did a good job as a senator or as a vice president. He's worked with other political campaigns. And we got Ben Dixon, somebody who never seems like who's a big Elizabeth Warren fan. Oh, God, come on, dude. Really? I don't want your audience. I could not get your audience because even if they like this video, they're not going to like what I'm going to say later. I figured it out. There is no stealing. There is no jockeying for position. Yes, we can all subscribe and find whatever. It ain't about that, bro. It's about I'm seriously committed to fighting for Black America. I'm seriously committed for that shit. And this is what it looks like for me. I do not wish any ill will on you, either one of any of you. Now I want to go to a clip of someone who says what I'm thinking much better than I can say it. But he's a professor, so he should, right? Irony, awesome frimpong. He commented on something today, and I'm really hoping that I can play this, and I think I can. Let me go. Irony. This was actually yesterday. He put out a video about AOC. And let's see if we can play that real quick, guys.
Committee, and that's going America. My name is Yosef Frimpong, and I come to you when I come to you. And today we're going to talk about AOC's big loss. She wanted to be the top Democrat on the Oversight Committee, and that's going to be a big committee in these next 4 years of woe and want as Trump and Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy and then the unofficial Doge Committee tried to hollow out the federal government and its agencies. The Oversight Committee would be the one Senate or congressional committee that's tasked with making sure that the executive agencies are doing what they're supposed to do. So if they hollow out those executive agencies, the Oversight Committee is supposed to say, like, well, we actually expected the executive to perform, this regulatory exercise. And this regulatory exercise, AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, was doing everything possible to be a good Democrat so that she could move from vice chair of the committee or vice top Democrat of the committee to the top Democrat in the committee. She just wanted to be the top Democrat on the committee, which is not a ridiculous aspiration, considering, like I said, she did everything that a good Democrat was supposed to. She shucked, she jived, she two-stepped, she did everything that a good Democrat was supposed to. She played along with Nancy Pelosi when Nancy Pelosi was there. And you know what Nancy Pelosi did? What she was always going to do. She got her geriatric friend, a cat by the name of Connolly, in as her stead. And that's what Nancy Pelosi did. And Nancy Pelosi is not a not even elected anymore. She did it from the grave. I think she's even injured. So like she slipped, broke her hip, and still had enough juice. And she took a fall and she couldn't get up. Nancy Pelosi still from her hospital bed had the juice to squeeze.
Yeah, so my point with this is that what Irony is pointing out here. And guys, go see thefunkyacademic.com, subscribe, become a supporter of his show, give money. If you're going to support the Timberlake Show, you should support Irony Osim Frimpong because he is one of those voices of reason. He is not a Democrat or Republican. He is a common sense, realistic person with an idea, and he puts the needs of Black Americans first. Irony is more aligned. My politics, the way I envision what I hope to bring, is more in line with the musings or the philosophy of Irony than it is of you guys, except for Marcus. Marcus, I'm not putting you in this. So there is not a competition. What I'm saying is what he is saying is when you kiss the Democratic Party ass, they still screw you. How many times do you have to see your ass get kicked by Democrats even when you play nice, which is what he's going to further expand
on. AOC had the power to squeeze AOC. So that is really embarrassing for not just Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. It's embarrassing for anybody left of center who thinks you can deal with these people like on a as an issue of right. Like as an issue of right. No, they have their own agenda and it's averse to democratic politics, small d democratic politics. So it doesn't really matter if you do everything right. If you you play along, they were always going to screw you. They're always going to keep you out of power. The entire Democratic Party is organized to kick left. It's feckless against the right. It's feckless against Republicans, but it is a very good machine in terms of kicking left. And you just have to understand that that's the case. And you need to do a dirty break with them, which is like AOC was the most powerful when she came in and was like leading the.
Exactly. That's when she was powerful. She was powerful when she was going against the grain. I was not powerful as the Black progressive, most watched Black progressive in the country. I was controlled opposition and didn't know it. I was in the numbers and the views from the guests, the great guests, the big name guests that came on. I was letting myself be seduced by that. But how much was I really helping Black America by doing it? Just because Tim Black has on Nina Turner, just because Tim Black brings on Dr. West, just because Tim Black, all these things that I did multiple times, dog, that was not as helpful as what I'm doing now. Now I can't even pay most of those people, save for Dr. Cornel West, to come on my show. They ghost me now because I am effective, because now I am powerful. That's what you don't get. That's what I'm on. We don't want this. I don't want your audience. I want the people that in 2 years or 16 months or 12 months or 6 months or hopefully after this video who will realize, damn, you know what, Tim Black is right. These motherfuckers, they're not going to do anything for us. What's going to happen between now and these 4 years? And I'm going to play a little bit more because Irony is going to point out that right now is the time. So I don't want this whole video to be about me going against the Three Stooges. I mean, clickbait thirst trap. I want it to also, even more importantly, to be about what we do going forward.
The climate charge in Nancy Pelosi's office. She was protesting against the party boss. And you know what that was doing? Making it effective. She was effectively changing the discourse. She was getting her talking points like in the public discourse. And as soon as she started playing a good Democrat, she was like, well, I'll play the long game. I'll play the inside game. And you know what that got her? Nothing. Not a thing. Nothing good for her district, nothing good for the American people and the American discourse. You got hosed. You didn't change them. They neutered you. With Spade. Which one is the one that happens to a lady? She's done. Like she played herself. She played herself by assuming that they're on the same time. See, one of the things, black people, you got to know is who's your friend and who's your enemy. Nancy Pelosi was never your friend. She was never your friend. Bernie might have been your friend. Nancy Pelosi was never your friend. Easy because nobody expects you to pass legislation. So you can just work on changing the party or change your party. Like either change your party. There are a lot of ways to change your party. But as a minority, it's actually very easy because nobody expects you to pass legislation. So you can just work on changing the party. Or, and I say change the party, you could kill it. You could kill it. It's already out of power. You can make the Democrats irrelevant in 4 years. It's not that hard. You have to start a new party. The Greens have too much baggage. Sorry, Greens. You might have some.
This is what I'm talking about. I'm with irony. We need to start a new party. We need to get rid of the Democrats. We need to bring the Democrats down. They're at their lowest right now. They are vulnerable. They are the wounded wildebeest in the Serengeti. Rush him. Not kiss their ass. Not, we need to be the better TYT. No. Now we want to assume they're feckless, pointless, mind-numbingly backwards, backwards. No. Policies that put money in our pocket, that grow our wealth or grow our riches, but do not grow the power in the health or the wealth of the black community or America in general. I'm with him. I'm about to stop because I don't want to give away his whole video. Once again, go to funkyacademic.com to subscribe and become a member of Funky Academic for like $5, $10, $15, $50, $100,000, whatever you got.
Appropriate policy issues, but like we just need a new name, new branding, and just start a new party. And you build that new party around the public option. You build that whole new party around healthcare, public option, getting rid. Because look, Luigi Mangioni's trial is going to be in the news all next year. Everybody's going to be talking about healthcare. Everybody deals with healthcare. It is not my number one issue, but it is powerful enough to cleave the Democratic Party. Even the Democrats of the 1840s and 1850s.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. But that was the basic point. That's the point. Irony says, and Irony believes, and he articulates that Luigi Mangioni's trial will keep healthcare front and center over the next year or so, and that's enough time to galvanize people around the idea of universal healthcare. And we can use that as an impetus because the Democrats are not going to go along with us. They're going to push back, and then we can destroy them. Then we can go in for the kill, and that would be an opportunity to bring something new to the table. It's the best option. It is an opportunity created by external forces. The action of Luigi Mangione presents us this option because it's going to be all over the media. It's going to be doing those things that Kamala could have been doing, Marcus, when she was vice president, using her bully pulpit to talk about things that matter, raising the consciousness of the people. She wasn't doing that. She's still not doing it. She's giving word salad speeches that help nobody. Anyway, I digress, man. The fact that the fact that there are people that would actually believe that that's our best option. Kamala Harris, Jesus Christ. Okay. Means we got a lot more work to do. That's what it really means. It means we got a lot more work to do. So that's it, man. Go to funkyacademic.com one more time. I just want to encourage you to do that. AOC shows that whatever you on, if you want this, placate the Democrats, bide your time, work with them, stop fooling yourself. You're really throwing in the towel. You're working with not your best interests, definitely not the best interests of Black Americans, which have been stuck to the bottom of this country for hundreds of years. You're definitely not in our best interest. You can say whatever you want. A few Black people get in positions with Kamala's administration would not change that. Okay, that would not change. Or Stacey Abrams, Mayor Robinson, that would not change it. Because she has no intention of fundamentally changing the structures of the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party will never give in to our demands. Okay. All right, that's good. That's it. I'm gonna leave it there. You good? 1:30. Okay. Let's go to this. I saw this list. Oh, I'm sorry. Anybody that's watching that hasn't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Let the algorithm know that you enjoyed this show. And Tim Black, I don't agree with everything he says, but I agree with enough. I think the brother is sincere. He appears to care about what he's talking about. He has passion and conviction. And since it's free, what the hell? That's bad. All right. You guys good? Okay. Let's go to the next point. I saw this post, and it's a list of things that the Democratic Party, not just the Democratic Party, corporate media, a list of things corporate media has floated in most recent history that weren't true, that a lot of people believe are true. And I was just looking at this comprehensive list of fake news. And I just want people to wrap their heads around this. That is so small, people may not be able to read it. It says, how many recent mainstream media hoaxes did you fall for? Russian collusion. The Inflation Reduction Act reduces inflation. Trump called neo-Nazis fine people. Juicy Smollett. The Bubba Wallace garage pool. Hunter Biden's laptop was Russian disinformation. The Governor Whitmer kidnapping plot. Covington kids. Kavanaugh grape. Trump said drinking bleach would fight COVID. Russia bombed their own pipeline. The Trump PP tape. The COVID lab leak was a conspiracy theory. Border agents whipped migrants. Trump saved nuclear secrets at Mar-a-Lago. The Steele dossier. Russian bounties on U.S. soldiers in Afghanistan. The Muslim travel ban. Andrew Cuomo showed the best COVID leadership. Trump built cages for migrant kids. Trump overfed koi fish in Japan. Build Back Better will pay for itself. Trump tax cuts benefit only the rich. Cloth mask prevent COVID. If you get vaccinated, you won't catch COVID. And it just keeps going on. Trump used tear gas to clear a crowd for a Bible photo. Ivermectin is a horse dewormer and not for humans. Trump overpowered Secret Service with Will at the Beast. Mostly peaceful protests. Officer Sicknick was murdered by protesters. January 6th was an insurrection. This is a list of things, once again. This is a list of things they say that corporate media has misled people with these stories. Yeah, I broached the subject of the January 6th last show. And yeah, I do not believe it was a coup. People say, oh, it was an insurrection, Tim. That's a different word for it. That's what it was. Yeah, I don't think someone who has the military at their disposal tries to overturn an election without using the military. I mean, you say Trump is dumb, but is he that dumb that if you have the military, you got guns, you can call people with guns. Instead, you work with January 6th people in order to. And then we found out the FBI was there too, as you know. Really? Has the media beat us to death with Trump is dumb, he's a moron, he's an idiot? Have they done that so much that you would believe that he would not use the power at his disposal? If he was trying to do something, he would not do it. He would send guys with bear mace when he could send the National Guard or the Army or the Marines or a tactical team. I'm just trying to understand what we're talking about here. So you said he did it or he didn't do it. All right, I'm done. I'm glad I was glad I read that list. I'm glad I found it. I'm glad I looked over it. There's a couple things in there I'm not so sure about. I'd have to look into it. But that was a comprehensive list of a number of ways that the corporate media lies to you. And that's what I was saying before. When you see that one party has been propped up, 90% of media has propped up one political party and its candidates. When you say, I'm going to go after the powerful because we want to change the system, who would you go after? Who should your target be? Oh, yeah, I know. Conservatives. All right. I have another story. I got another one, Johnson, another one. Now, this is something my brother Dwan B put out on YouTube. Or actually, he was on YouTube probably doing a live stream, but then Dwan B put it out as well on X. And that's why I saw it. So I want to give him big props for this. I got a portion of his clip here I want to share with you. And also, something else about the subject. Okay, so there are a lot of people that are playing the games. You'll realize that the games that are being played politically by Democratic Party and Republican Party are also being played by regular citizens, played by those with influence, those people that have notoriety. 50 Cent is one of those people. 50 Cent has a lot of people admire him for his business acumen, for what he's been able to accomplish, because he's successful. And I understand that. And I'm somebody who looked at what he was doing going, wow, this guy really came up. What can I learn about 50 Cent? But then when you look behind and you think about, you pause, and you think about really what 50 Cent has done to get the money, to get rich by trying. Does it give you pause? Here goes Dwan B. You can find him on YouTube and on Twitter.
Give respect to Dr. Dre, but still hold your nuts. Don't not hold your nuts for the white boy. You can show love and still stand 10 toes down for you and yours. You could do both. Next level. Let's go down to his TV shows. He started with what was his first big movie? Get Rich or Die Trying, right? Y'all remember that movie? Get Rich or Die Trying. What message did that give to young men? This is how it started right here. This is how the whole thing started. Because remember, let's go back to the 2000s. In the 90s, you had a lot of black cinema going on in the 90s. A lot of black cinema going on in the 90s. You had a wide range of black cinema from Boys in the Hood to Brown Sugar to Love Jones, Inkwell, Friday.
My bad, guys. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to cut it off. I wonder if I have the whole thing. Let me see if I have the whole file. I might have it. So Dwayne goes down. He starts listing all the videos, right? Once again, shout out to Dwayne, right? And I guess all I gotta do. Hey Siri, pull up 50 Cent's IMDb. So I think all we got to do is pull up 50 Cent's IMDb and just go down his list of accolades, right? So, known for. Let's go credits. Let's go to producer. He's got a lot of producer credits. Okay? In the Power Book series, focused on a drug dealer. Black man as a drug dealer. Power Book Ghost Killer 2. Then there was the Power series. Once again, another drug dealer that 50 Cent, made popular. That's what he talked about. Let me get him off the screen here. We'll come back to that. So we got the Power industry. We got the Power 2, Book 2. We got the Power, the original one. Then we got Kanan. We've got jumping around. He's got a lot. He's got a long list of content here. There's the BMF. There's the BMF show that's about drug dealing once again. It's like 50 Cent has used time and time again the most negative portrayals of black people in order to accelerate himself. So on one side, you got Tyler Perry villainizing black men and showing us in a certain light to elevate himself. Oprah did the same thing for a long time. And we got 50 Cent basically doing the same thing with the gangsterism and the drug dealing and all that type of shit. He's had a number of shows. What were they really about, though? Were they positive? And what does that do to the psyche of young men? And that's what Dwan was pointing out. Like, we got to stop idolizing people that do things that are actually bad for us because they're being successful while they do it. Just because you're making money, that cannot be the litmus test if something's good for the black community. It cannot be based on how much money you put in your bank account. We got to stop judging people and categorizing them as an asset or a liability based strictly on their rise in status or their monetary gain. We have to move beyond that. And it's important for older, younger. It's important for all of us, particularly those who are influential like Don B and me to a lesser extent, or equal, whatever. I want to give my brother props, because I know he's worked in this space with young people in his communities, okay? I know this is a focus of his. We have to be able to hold these people accountable and to recognize and to amplify the point. And that point is that just because 50 Cent making all this money, just because he's seen on the red carpet, just because he's getting paper, just because he's got a new studio, what's he doing? What kind of content is he putting out into the world? And at what expense? The man is sacrificing the minds of young people, young men and women who need to have their minds somewhere else. And we do not have a counterbalance, enough counterbalance. We need more Childish Gambino. We need more content to even the scales. I'm not saying you can never ever have content that focuses on negative aspects of real life. But everything 50 puts out is that way. Name something he put out that wasn't about that shit. That wasn't about death and destruction. That wasn't about tearing down a community. That was not about sacrificing Black lives for paper and having us cheer for a person destroying lives. So that's what Dwami was putting out. And the kicker to all of this is this. Here's the kicker, guys. This tweet I saw, it says 50 Cent. 50 Cent said he's tired of female rappers rapping about the same thing. He said he's tired of female rappers rapping about the same thing. Oh, you say they're being too overly sexual in their music and damaging young girls. 50 Cent said he's tired of sex rap and believes females are becoming too one-dimensional. This is the guy. Now, this is why it's rich. This is coming from somebody who has been a one-dimensional gangster for the past 20 years. This is somebody who has been on one note for 20 years, putting out content, even when he's given the opportunity to greenlight anything and make anything he wants. What's he doing? He's putting out content about drug dealing and hitmen and killing people and destroying the community. And can you get away with it? Can you build a drug empire? That's what he's been doing. Gang activity, selling drugs. This is what he's been doing. But he's using, and this is why I say he's using the same tactics of politicians and of the Democrats, where it's blame the other person for doing what you're already doing. I'm not saying he's not right to say there's just been an oversized sexualization of Black women in hip-hop music. I agree. I believe it's not just hip-hop, it's entertainment in general, but okay, you can say it's a true statement to say there's an oversized focus on sexualizing, hypersexualizing Black women, and it does not help. It's not good for our young women to see that. Me having 3 daughters, that's a problem. Me having sons, I don't need them to see women that way either. So it's a problem for them too. Okay? But see, 50 Cent can't say that because he's the pot calling the kettle black. It's not that he's wrong, it's why are you saying it? Now, if you are putting out positive content, like a Childish Gambino, what's his real name? Danny Glover. If you're putting out content like Danny Glover, and I'm just using him as an example. I'm not saying he's perfect, but his show Atlanta gave us different things to consider and to think about besides just sexualizing Black women. Correct? Correct. He had the ability to make a show about more than that. Okay? Had some street elements in it. Had a character that was rapping, but he had layers, levels. Wasn't just about one thing. Danny Glover can make a statement about hip-hop. He can make a statement about the over-sexualization of Black women. Now 50 Cent. 50 Cent is playing a game. He's playing a game of doing the thing that he's saying other people are doing. Meanwhile, picking up a check. Meanwhile, got people clapping for what he's doing. As if what he's doing is upstanding. That what he's saying is like he's a pillar. Now he's Mr. Community. Now he's Mr. I want to help Black people. But what is he really doing? His actions show these are just words. I gave back. Yeah, you gave back by perpetuating gangster and drug dealing, which puts an oversized population of Black people in jail or in an early grave. He knows that more than most people, based on the type of life he lived when he was growing up. He knows this very well what he's doing. How long do you get to go? 50 is 50. How long does 50 Cent get to say, well, this is all they left me to do, man. I got to do what I got to do to get this paper. How many millions do you have to have when you have to stop using that lame-ass excuse for why you get to continue to use Black people as a It's a currency. Use our pain and suffering as a currency to elevate yourself and align your pockets. When do we as a Black community say, stop? It's over. And call those people to the carpet. Part of the problem is some of us want to eat off of 50. This is why it doesn't happen. The same thing with politics. This is why you got to call out the click-bladey political trap, thirst trap. You got to call out these people that will ride with the Democratic Party, knowing damn well they doing wrong by us. Because you don't want to be a person who's merely there trying to capitalize and get what you can get out of the situation. We need more people willing to stand up and say, yeah, I can make a few dollars. Yeah, it's possible. Maybe 50 would put me on his network. He won't. But you have stars in your eyes. So you won't say anything because he's powerful. You won't criticize him, and he deserves every bit of criticism. I'm criticizing you, Doctor. I'm criticizing you, Curtis Jackson. I think you are full of shit. I think you're a grown-ass man that knows better. I think you need to be putting out images that actually motivate and inspire Black America. You don't get to go another 20 years, another 10. Excuse me, damn. I don't think you should be able to operate another 5 years, another 2 years at the clip that you're going with the type of garbage that you're putting out. And it appears you're going to do more of the same. You are a minstrel show. Shout out to Dwan Big for putting that out. I don't know if it's Dwan or Dwan. I'm just going to call you D, Dwan. Thank you for putting out the video clip that really pulled me up about 50. It made me take a step back and look at exactly what he's doing. We cannot become so enamored with the success of our brothers that we overlook how they get their paper. That goes to our brothers and our sisters. And it goes to those political parties. All right, guys, I got nothing but love for you. I really do. I do not want the demise, destruction of my people. I'm not here for that. But I do get to critique you. An honest critique is not hate. And those people that would say that, those people I saw peppering comment sections with that, you are children. It's time for you to grow up. And just consider whether you disagree or agree. I disagree with somebody politically, fine, but I can hear them out and hear their arguments. Okay? And it's not hate to disagree with them. Take the time to disagree. Know what you're disagreeing with before you disagree with it. How about that? None of us are above criticism, me, myself included. All right, guys, very dope. Thank you for being here tonight. We're going to be back tomorrow with something else, some other topics. I got like 1 or 2 other things I could do, but I want to leave it there. Nothing but love for you. Let's go to the comment section. Megs gave somebody a gift. Thank you, Megs, for giving somebody a membership. I appreciate it. Black Mamba came through, gave me a super sticker. Norma J says abandon the Democrats. Norma J, by the way, I pinned in the community, I pinned one of your comments, one of your super chats. That's something I'm doing now, guys, because I want to give shine to the community, the Tim Black community of people, the TBShow squad, the TB squad. So thank you. She says, abandon the Dems. MAGA will eventually spin off from the Republicans, leaving them the equivalent to the old Whig Party during the 1900s. It's the evil Dems that keep third parties out. Dr. West was saying this and saying it. I don't know, man. I had him on my show 10 times. And you think I'm criticizing you because you Democrats? Or because I hate you? Because I got a problem? Because I want to be you? I would not survive with your audience. I literally supported a third-party candidate. Trust no party. Isn't that it right there? Isn't that it right there? Doesn't that say it all? Said trust no party. Kirk says, I'm done with celebrities. 50 Cent is just another run-of-the-mill, high school dropout drug dealer that keeps our people distracted from real politics. Kirk, man, you're a young brother, but you speak as an older person. You are wise with your words, and I appreciate you, man. And thank you. You're an important part of the Tim Black Wolfpack, man. So thank you, Kirk. I appreciate you, fam. Real talk. Happy holidays to you and your family. Happy everything. Then Kirk came back and says, all these black celebrities are garbage. Just use as tools to cover up our wealthlessness. Make it look like we're socially mobile while we stay glued to the bottom. Man! If you're not careful, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm saying. Kirk, why are people acting like we the only ones that see this? Are we the only people that recognize this? They want to make this about personalities. Dog, I see this, and I have kids. I have family. I have to be me and call this shit out. That's all I'm doing. Tomorrow, it won't be the clickbait crowd. It'll be some other people. I just called out 50 Cent. I don't know if you noticed or not, but 50 Cent's having a network coming up that would be really great to have. For me to get exposure on it will be very beneficial to what I'm doing. But guess what's more important? Saying my real shit. Today, I criticized Stephen A. Smith. Guess what? I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but Stephen A. Smith is a lot bigger entity than Ben Dixon. And I tweeted at him first to make sure he saw my critique. Because I'm in it for real. I'm going against powerful people with a lot more resources, and I'm saying things they don't like when I disagree with them. You may not respect me, you may not agree with me, but see it for what it is. Next, Antoine Richardson. 50 started to act like a sucker. He off cold. He only clowns on black entertainers and being a hypocrite. He has acted straight rainbow. Okay. I don't know about the rainbow comment, but hey, you know. He is being a cornball. I agree with Dwan. That's word to Antonio. What? That's word to Antonio Moore. Not sure if you're aware of his work, but just search The Decadent Veil. Black America's Wealth Illusion. Okay, of course I'm aware of Tone Talks. Absolutely, my brother, absolutely. Solid brother, we have fallen out. Look, guys, I'm going to say this, man. I hope people are still here. Check this out, Kirk. Sometimes, right, people at different places at different times. Okay? Sometimes we're at different places at different times. This Tim Black is not the Tim Black I was in 2020. And I was different in 2017. It wasn't a grift. People change. Marcus Farrow, I spoke to him today. He said, Tim, I'm not even a Democrat. This guy worked on Democratic campaigns in the past. And now he's no longer a Democrat. He checked me, like, correct me on this shit. I said, you know what, Marcus? I'm going to be just as loud in correcting the record as I was when I put out the inaccurate information. People change over time. Antonio, back when I was supporting Bernie back in 2019 or 2016, one of those years, back when Yvette was a Bernie supporter. She is not anymore. Her and Robbie we've been around. Antonio got off that much earlier than I. And I was still holding out hope for Bernie. And I guess at that time we had a falling out. Because Antonio wasn't going for that shit. And I agree with him. At the end of the day, I agree with him that Bernie is some cut. I have agreed with him on that for several years. But sometimes that's what happens. We have to allow people opportunity to catch up to us. Like I was saying earlier, I don't want the Democratic audience right now. I want them when they become fed up, when they finally accept that the Democrats are just there to pretend that they will placate you, that they will virtual signal, but they will not do anything fundamentally that's going to majorly impact and transform the well-being of your children. Black America, once you accept that, come holler at me. Then you're going to be like, Tim ain't going hard enough. Get what I'm saying? Okay, so if you disagree, don't worry. You may, if you ever. There's some people hanging on the stupid. They have their complete identity tied up in trying to prop up the Democratic Party. I'm seeing some older people, 60-something years old, holding on hope for the Democrats. They've been with the Democrats for 40 years and they ain't letting go. They still think all the Klan members are in the Republicans. And Republicans are so horrible. They try to kill black people. They're going to bring slavery back. And the Democrats are the savior. There are delusional people, black people, who believe this shit. They cannot be helped in their current form. All you can do is hold out hope that eventually they wake up. They may never wake up. 40% of America doesn't vote. 30% of America votes Democrat. 25% of America votes Republican, and the rest are swing voters. You're welcome. Donald Glover ain't special. That reparations episode of Atlanta sucked, by the way. It was anti-black, also not a surprise since it was written by a white woman. Jesus Christ. Don't you hate it when you mention somebody? I didn't even see that episode. At least I don't remember it. Damn. But I don't disagree because I definitely had no reason to doubt your opinion on that. We ain't got no friends. At least we don't have any friends that want to be rich, that want to be wealthy, that want to operate within Hollywood, because you can't. It's a business. And their business is to benign neglect. Their business is to watch the working class continue to be the mule. Black people in particular, to be the mule of the 1%. You understand? All right. That's it, guys. I got nothing but love for you. Thank you, everybody that came through, man. I appreciate y'all putting up with my ups and downs, my rants. Thank you for hearing me out and not just calling me crazy old Tim. Actually checking out and seeing what I'm talking about. You be strong, and remember, like I always say, don't let anybody take your cornbread. Keep it real, Johnson. The people we waiting for, if it ain't us, it ain't nobody. Believe that shit. All right. I said in my video, I'm fine. I don't gotta get a lot of props from certain people. I got a family that loves the shit out of me, and I got 2 guardian angels looking down, protecting my ass every day. And all I gotta say is, where my girls at? Where are my ladies?